What's up, guys? Welcome back to Stuck on the Screen, where we watch movies and TV shows
and never miss a scene.
Got another one for you today. Today we have one of my favorites. I am so in love with this series. This is Resident Evil. This is Destiny's first time watching Resident Evil, actually. She's never seen any of the other movies. She's never seen any of the other games. I know the storyline. I know the characters. And you're going to get one perspective from a fan and one perspective from a newcomer. So let's get straight into it.
Going to die down here.
If you haven't seen the movie yet, this video is going to be filled with spoilers, so make sure you watch the movie before watching this. But realistically, you should know Resident Evil if you like Resident Evil. It's kind of like the same storyline as always, but let's get straight into the movie. So, overall opinions, what do you got?
Overall opinion, I would not watch this movie like on my own.
She was terrified.
I was terrified, but I have to say the storyline was a pretty good storyline. So it kept me intrigued, and like I don't know, the pop-up scares something I could get used to. I kind of wanted, like, after it all, I wanted to know more.
It's good because there's so much more Resident Evil to come. I mean, hopefully, based on what we saw at the end. But there's a lot of Resident Evil that she doesn't know, and there's the original movies, which kind of alter from the original Resident Evil story. So for me, I give this movie probably an 8.5 out of 10. I love Resident Evil, like I said before. The only thing that I feel with this movie is the portrayal of one character in particular, Leon. That being, I don't feel like, I mean, he's a rookie cop, right? And they really play into that rookie cop role for him, and like he's clueless this whole movie.
Yeah, that's true. Versus
what I know of Leon, he's the most badass character ever, and he's my favorite character from Resident Evil franchise. And you just didn't see it. Like, she was calling him clumsy and stuff like that. And
yeah, I was like, he was low-key annoying in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, so it sucks that newcomers are going to see that. But Leon is definitely one of the best. And the other reason for my rating is because this movie is so awesome that it tells the original storyline, where with the Spencer Mansion and then with the Raccoon Police Department. However, the only issue that I have with it is it feels like it was so rushed, because these events happen between the Resident Evil 1 game and the Resident Evil 2 game. So they're happening at different times. I mean, same time, but different. Like, basically before it was in the game and then in the second game. So yeah, you don't really see the other thing happening. This one, you're just going back and forth between the two. And they rush so many of the things that happen in the games, just to obviously fit them both into one movie.
Right.
It was really cool to see the reveal of the mansion, because obviously that's big for someone that knows Resident Evil, because that mansion is iconic with Resident Evil. So they made it look pretty good and realistic to the actual. I'll leave a picture of the original mansion. So it's pretty realistic to the original idea. But yeah, it just felt a little rushed, and for me, the zombies weren't the best. Like, special effects on some of them, like their makeup and stuff like that, wasn't the best. But
yeah, that's true.
Some of them were really good, like the thing at the end. But yeah, overall 8.5, like I said. And this is coming from someone who was a fan of the original Resident Evil movies with Alice and the whole thing that went all crazy. But yeah, I'm a fan of those. Fan of this. Definitely got to check it out.
I kind of want to like go back and do. Not research, but like I want to go back and watch those movies, even though I'm terrified. Like, I literally wanted to cry watching this movie.
There's so much to come with this channel, Stuck on the Screen. So Resident Evil is definitely, especially if you're interested in the characters and storyline, Resident Evil is definitely one we're gonna check out.
Yeah.
I don't know when it's gonna come. There is so much on our timeline, but it's gotta happen. And I'm excited because I love Destiny, watching movies that I love, like the Star Wars that we're doing right now. Mm-hmm. It's just cool to experience that, especially for someone who's never seen anything like that. So yeah, it's Resident Evil's to come for sure. But
yeah,
also,
I think I could look past like the jump scares and like hopefully in these other ones, like the ones that have come out already, like they don't have as many jump scares.
only thing I can say is you're better off watching these movies than playing the game because the games are terrifying. Resident Evil 1 is one of the scariest games of all time.
I remember him playing that when I was younger, and I couldn't even be in the same room. Like, I was terrified.
I recently played Resident Evil 2 and 3. 2, I still haven't finished because it's ridiculous. 3, I'm very close to finishing. I just stopped playing, and anyways, yeah. But it is a terrifying game. Video games can be scary.
My anxiety, like, shot through the roof.
The whole time she was just terrified.
I was, like,
shaking. Shaking. So we have a lot of the original characters in here. You have Chris, you have Claire, you have Jill. Although Jill's portrayed by a black woman, and typically she's played by a white woman. But other than that, you still got Jill. You have Leon, and realistically, that guy doesn't look like Leon because Leon looks kind of like a white guy, dirty blondish hair. That guy was like a Mexican guy with black hair, but still, it's Leon. And then who else do you have? You have Wesker. Wesker. Super huge in Resident Evil. But yeah, all the original people are there, and it's all in one movie, and it's just really awesome to see because you didn't see this in the original movies.
Yeah, I was kind of lost, like, when, like, the not introduction of the characters, but, like, the first scene with them all. Like, I was kind of confused on, like, how they knew each other, or, like, how, you know. Like, I didn't know in the scene at the coffee shop, or, like, the little diner.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were cops. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't know that they knew.
They're not dressed as cops, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know that they knew Lionel.
Leon.
Oh, sorry. Leon. I didn't know that they knew Leon.
Yeah, Leon was just a transferring rookie cop into their police department. It was his first day.
Also, question. If, like, that guy said they got injected with something to be immune to it, why did those 2 officers that went to the mansion get affected?
I mean, they're not immune necessarily. They're just... There was some, like, the guy was saying there's something in the water. So, like, people just started, like, transferring over time. But with them, they just were not... I guess they were immune to the water affecting them, you know? But if they get bit, they still turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was a little confused. That was one of my questions.
I don't think anybody in the Resident Evil universe is immune necessarily to, like, being bit and turning.
Also, when the doctor that started it, when he injected himself, how come he was able to, like, speak and, like, why was his transformation different from the other people's?
Yeah, so there's different types of viruses within Resident Evil. The basic one, I believe, from my memory, is a T virus. He injected himself with the G virus. So it's a little bit different transformation. I honestly don't know what the different G or T's do for you, but he obviously was even a more powered up version of a regular zombie. He didn't just turn. But ultimately, Umbrella, they made a mistake. They knew what they were doing, but they were trying to cover up their mistake by destroying Raccoon City, and they let it out. And then they wanted to completely wipe out. In the original story, it's like a nuke that they sent on Raccoon City. This one, it was kind of like an earthquake type of thing.
I think it like weird. from underneath, it just like collapsed.
But yeah, so they're just trying to cover up, and obviously they didn't do a good job because they said 0 survivors. Yeah, and like
that part. I'm intrigued on, like, because obviously they think everybody died, so they don't know that there's people out there that know what they do. So I'm excited to see, like, how it ties in and, like, how they reveal them again. I don't know. Also,
it's gonna be good.
Also, Umbrella and then what's his name?
Wesker.
Wesker is one of the characters from Umbrella Academy. Like, it's a Netflix series.
Oh, really?
So I was, like, confused because I was like, do they tie it together? Like, Umbrella and then he's one of the main characters? Like, I was so...
I've never watched Umbrella Academy. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like a...
I don't think it has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But that's one of my... Like, the first thing I thought of when I seen Umbrella and I seen him and I was like, Umbrella Academy?
So we were watching it with her boyfriend, and he's played Marvel vs. Capcom with me. So then midway through the movie, I'm like, you know Wesker, right? Back when we were playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And then he, like, came to the realization of who Wesker really was, or, like, from his memory. That's the only recollection he had of any Resident Evil character. Although Chris was also in Marvel vs. Capcom. I just didn't use him much, so I don't know if he remembers that. But Yeah, they're technically a Capcom company as far as like video games and stuff like that. But yeah, there's man, I'm so excited for her to get into the Resident Evil universe. One of them is one of the things that was important to this movie was, you remember the scene in the orphanage where that crawler from the top, that zombie terrified me so much as a kid, because it's also in the first Resident Evil movie, that same zombie. And I was afraid of it, and our mom wouldn't let me watch that movie
because of it.
Because of that, and I mean, she just thought I was too young for it. But that was one of the zombies in there that freaked me out back when I was a kid.
Oh my gosh,
those things are crazy, and that lady killed it.
Also, yeah, I want to know like the background of like how she's still alive, or like if she was affected by it, and like.
Is
like
her
I know
brother alive? Yeah, because they
was she
were
the
twins.
little girl?
Yeah, I think they were the twins.
That's so crazy. Like I want to know the background of it, because like I don't know. Like there's just so much that I don't know about it yet, and like I have so many questions.
You don't read, do you?
Depends.
Because I have Resident Evil books which go into like the utmost detail about everything, and it's over this storyline that we just went, but it's like breaks down everything. And yeah, there's just so much. I love Resident Evil. I can't get over it, and this movie I think did it justice. I'm excited for what it's going to bring to the universe.
Yeah, I'm so intrigued. Like if it's a good storyline, I can fight through it.
Fight through the horror.
Like yeah, because like Insidious and like all of those, like that whole series.
You watched them all?
I've watched them all, and it's because I'm so like intrigued with the storyline that I just want to know more, like what's gonna happen, and just tie everything together. Yeah, I'm kind of excited now.
So there was a scene where Elber Wesker shoots the doctor, shoots the wife, and then he's aiming at the little girl. That little girl is also important to the first game, the first Resident Evil game. No, the second Resident Evil game. You have to like find her and like protect her and stuff like that. Because she's actually in the police department, Raccoon Police Department, I believe, in the second game. But this one, she was in the mansion. So it's just kind of, the storyline's not perfect as far as like matching the original, but all the characters are there, and it just rushed through it, like I said. But Wesker shot them, and then Wesker gets shot and he dies.
Yeah, who shot him? The little girl or
Jill?
Jill? Okay, yeah. So why did she, like, the way she ran up to him afterwards, I was like,
know.
Wait, did you not just shoot him? She was like, we're gonna get you out of here. Then why did you shoot him?
It was dumb. I mean, just because he was aiming at the little girl, I guess.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
But so yeah, you believe Wesker to be dead, and then comes the after credit scene, the end credit scene, and Wesker's alive. And he wakes up and he's terrified and he's like rolling around, and apparently he can't see.
Also, did he not have legs?
I don't know.
Because when he was on the chair, he was like in a bag, and like he jumped down. It looked like he didn't have legs.
I don't know. I would think he have legs because I'm pretty sure he has legs. But you see a girl walk up to him, and she hands him glasses because he's blind, like I said, or something's wrong with his eyes. But he asks how he's alive, and then you find out the woman is Ada Wong. And if you know Resident Evil, you know Ada Wong.
I know. I wish I knew more.
Ada Wong has a future in the future has a close relationship with Leon.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's just so much that she doesn't know, but she gets to experience it all for the first time. Like I can't, so that's good for her. And like I said, good for me because I get to watch her experience it all. But yeah, Ada Wong's introduced. Wesker's alive. The main characters have survived. And we're ready for more.
On another note, when that little girl's parents died, how was she not like freaking devastated?
Out. Well, I mean...
She knew Chris though, right? Because like that was his son. Yeah.
But also... How can you be so devastated when your dad's chasing you down as a giant monster?
That's true. Did she know it was him though? I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's true. I don't know. I was just like, that was one of my thoughts. Also, like, she just like went with them and like.
Man, the zombies were relentless in this movie, huh? Sorry, a little off topic, but like, when they were coming at Chris and coming at that dude,
yeah,
it's just they were
crazy. My gosh, the lighter scene. No. No. The whole
Yeah.
time I was like, no.
But yeah, this is definitely worth checking out. Go to the movie
Yeah.
theater, watch it for yourself. You know Resident Evil.
Ooh, an IMAX?
Yeah, IMAX.
Sheesh.
I'm gonna buy it when it comes out because I own all the rest of the Resident Evil movies. So
Oh, that's dope.
yeah, I mean, watch them anytime. But anyways, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend, and then check out our videos on the right here. I believe they're on your right. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Stuck on Screen. Out.